It's nice when everybody can be truthful. It's nice when everybody can just say what they really feel and say it with your chest. Lexie Hull straight up exposing DeWanna Bonner and how she felt about this whole situation, how low down, dirty, and nasty DeWanna Bonner was. Everybody was all up in arms about Sophie Cunningham. No. Sophie Cunningham was just wild enough to say it while it was happening during the season. She didn't give a damn. She had no problem saying, yo, DeWanna Bonner, that was whack. You ain't even say nothing to us. That was whack. Sophie Cunningham just had the ball.
Lexie Hull didn't hold back. The truth about DeWanna Bonner's exit from the Indiana Fever is finally out. Raw and unfiltered, confirming a level of betrayal many only speculated. Lexie straight up exposed Bonner, branding her actions as low down, dirty, and nasty. A shocking display of self-interest that left her teammates blindsided. This wasn't just a departure, it was a calculated quit, a scammer's move where Bonner collected payments while refusing to show up for work, all while posing for Glamour magazine. The audacity of it all, revealed now with piercing clarity, paints a picture of pure abandonment that left the team and Lexie reeling. The silence surrounding Bonner's actions was deafening, but now Lexie has broken it with a vengeance, delivering a gut-punch revelation that confirms the true depth of Bonner's alleged disloyalty and the bitter jealousy many speculate drove her actions against the rising star, Caitlin Clark. This wasn't just about basketball, it was personal.
Sophie Cunningham just had the balls to do it during the season, unlike some other players. Now we got Lexie Hull stepping up and letting it be known. We're not rocking with DeWanna, but that scammer, that low-down, dirty scammer who was receiving payments all while quitting and refusing to show up to work. We're not rocking with her, point blank, period. All while making Glamour magazine. Congratulations to Lexie Hull. If you know anything about us, Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever fans, we love us some Lexie Hull. So let's get right into it. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. Let's get right into it.
Long before Lexie Hull found her voice, Sophie Cunningham was the first to speak out, bravely calling out Bonner's whack behavior during the season itself. Cunningham didn't care about repercussions. She simply stated the undeniable truth. Bonner's departure was abrupt, unexplained, and a complete disservice to the team. She saw the disloyalty in real time, risking criticism to voice the palpable frustration simmering beneath the surface. Her courage set the stage, daring others to follow, to finally speak their truth about the true nature of that tumultuous period.
Extend beyond Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Hey, we saw Lexie Hull out there with two black eyes, diving for loose balls, all types of stuff. She was out there looking crazy. She was out there looking crazy, y'all. She was looking crazy out there. Listen, Lexie Hull earned her stripes here. And we're going to get right to the part where she is addressing this nonsense with DeWanna Bonner, who just quit on the team, stole a max contract, robbed a bank in broad day, and skipped on to her girlfriend in Phoenix. Like, that's just the truth of what happened. And at the end of the day, there's nobody who suffered more.
While Bonner was allegedly cashing checks and planning her escape, Lexie Hull was out there literally bleeding for the Indiana Fever. We saw her with two black eyes, fearlessly diving for loose balls, playing through injuries that would sideline most. Her commitment was absolute, a stark contrast to the player who allegedly quit mid-season. Lexie earned her stripes, demonstrating unwavering loyalty and heart, becoming a symbol of the team's relentless fight. This dedication makes Bonner's alleged abandonment even more egregious, a bitter pill to swallow for a team giving their all.
A day, and skipped on to her girlfriend in Phoenix. Like, that's just the truth of what happened. And at the end of the day, there's nobody who suffered more from this whole DeWanna Bonner situation than Lexie Hull in all actuality. Lexie Hull earned her stripes here with the Indiana Fever far before Stephanie White got here, far before Natasha Howard got here, way before DeWanna the Scammer Bonner got here, Sydney Cole, any of them. It wasn't just a big three here in Indiana. It was a core four. It was the core four. So the way she was thrown to the back burner for DeWanna Bonner, she was affected by DeWanna Bonner being here more.
The narrative from Lexie isn't just about Bonner quitting, it's about the audacity of her actions. Bonner, a max contract player, allegedly stole a max contract, essentially robbing the team blind in broad daylight before skipping town to join her partner. This wasn't a quiet retirement, it was a high-profile desertion, leaving a gaping hole in the roster and a trail of questions. The perception of a lucrative payout followed by a sudden departure fueled accusations of a scam, deepening the sense of betrayal. The financial implications alone add another layer of deceit to an already scandalous exit.
30 plus minutes a game. But prior to that, she was being thrown to the back burner by this entire coaching staff. And I think it's ridiculous and it needs to be fixed this year. So let's take a look at some of the things Lexie Hull had to say in regards to DeWanna Bonner flat out quitting on this team. Let's take a look. It says, speaking to Hull about Bonner's decision to leave the Fever, it seemed to me that there was still lingering hurt and confusion. She said, I was super excited because finally there's a player in my position that I can look up to who has won in the league and has...
In the wake of Bonner's controversial exit, it was Lexie Hull who bore the brunt of the impact more than anyone else. Lexie was a foundational piece, earning her stripes with the Fever long before many of the new additions, including Bonner, arrived. She was part of the core four of the team, not just a big three. Yet, with Bonner's arrival, Lexie was inexplicably thrown to the back burner, her playing time drastically cut. The irony is excruciating. She was sidelined for a player who would ultimately quit.
Of the two-time championship winning vet. And then she randomly leaves. And we're all kind of like, what happened? We were never given an explanation. And that's what's whack. That's what's whack, because you was in the locker room with them every single day. Y'all was building bonds, talking about now you know. You walked into Cambridge Fieldhouse doing all of this. Oh my gosh, I've never seen all of this. I've never had a presentation like this done for me. And then you quit on them without even talking to your teammates. That was whack. And just like that, with team's injuries, Hull says Bonner's exit solidified the group's resolve.
Lexie's initial reaction to Bonner joining the Fever was pure excitement and admiration. She saw a two-time championship veteran, a player in her own position she could look up to, learn from, and grow with. There was genuine hope for mentorship and shared success. Then, without warning or explanation, Bonner randomly leaves. The team, especially Lexie, was left reeling, asking what happened. The absence of any communication from a supposed leader was truly bewildering, turning anticipation into profound confusion and hurt.
Didn't go your way. And the fact of the matter is DeWanna Bonner got here and was stinking it up. She was garbage while she was here. We had to pull teeth and nail to help her break that damn record. She was shooting threes, hitting the side of the backboard. She was trash while she was here. She looked old and cooked, point blank, period. So it's like nobody did nothing wrong to her. You stunk it up. When you came back, somebody else was in the starting lineup. It is what it is. Let's continue. I have played through a lot worse than that. Okay. This is talking about the injury and her playing with the two black eyes and all that. She said, I played through a lot worse than that, so I don't think.
The tangible impact of Bonner's presence and subsequent departure on Lexie Hull's career was devastatingly clear. For an entire month, Lexie, a core player, couldn't crack more than 15 minutes a game. Her court time slashed to accommodate Bonner. It was a frustrating setback, only for Bonner to abruptly quit, leaving Lexie to pick up the pieces and ironically see her playing time return to 30+ minutes under a different coaching staff. This forced benching, only to revert after Bonner's exit, underscores the personal cost of Bonner's short and tumultuous tenure.
Workout, the vet also says she experienced cyberbullying since leaving the team and joining her fiance, Alyssa Thompson. Yeah, well, you quit on the team. Like, we don't want to hear that. People trying to run the cyberbullying and this and that. No, you quit, bro. You refuse to show up to work while receiving payment. We had people getting mad that you got booed when you returned to Indiana. Like, you're supposed to get booed. It's sports. Like, what are we talking about here? So, while some players and alumni have tried to dispel the narrative, Hull argues it's not inherently a bad thing. If you have some extra motivation to beat us because of something out of your control, that's fine. If that's what it takes for you guys to come out and try extra hard, I think it's a little...
Bonner's abrupt exit, coupled with a string of season-ending injuries to key players like Clark, Colson, and McDonald, ironically solidified the Fever's resolve. Lexie described it as a moment of reckoning. This is us. We're here. We're gonna support each other. We're loving each other. We're gonna fight. We're not gonna leave. This adversity, born from abandonment, forged an unbreakable bond, transforming individual players into a cohesive, unyielding unit determined to prove their worth. They rallied together, united against unforeseen challenges, displaying a heart that surprised the entire league. Beyond the scandalous exit, Lexie Hull and others point to Bonner's dismal on-court performance during her brief time with the Fever. She was stinking it up. She was garbage while she was here. She looked old and cooked. Point blank, period. These are strong words indicating that Bonner's contribution was minimal, if not detrimental, further fueling resentment about her max contract. The team allegedly had to pull teeth and nail just to help her achieve certain milestones. Her perceived lack of effort and poor play made her dramatic departure even harder to stomach for her hardworking teammates. Bronzer's brief social media statement after her departure, claiming the fit did not work out, was met with skepticism and scorn, particularly given Lexie Hull's revelations. This minimalist explanation provided zero closure or understanding for her teammates, especially Lexie, who had expected guidance. The subsequent claims of cyberbullying further ignited frustration, with many arguing that quitting on a team while receiving payment naturally invites criticism, especially in a passionate sports environment. You quit, bro. You refuse to show up to work, as one pundit bluntly put it, highlighting the lack of empathy for Bonner's public complaints. When Bonner eventually returned to Indiana, she was met with a chorus of boos, a reaction that some tried to label as unfair cyberbullying. However, Lexie's perspective, echoing many fans, was that it was a natural consequence of her actions. You're supposed to get booed. It's sport. Like, what are we talking about here? This raw, unvarnished view underscores the unwritten rules of loyalty and commitment in professional sports. Fans, like players, expect effort and dedication. Bonner's alleged abandonment deserved the reaction it received, a clear message from a fan base that felt equally betrayed. Lexie Hull's commitment shone through as she spoke about her own approach to injuries, directly contrasting it with Bonner's exit. "I have played through a lot worse than that," she declared, referring to her 2 black eyes and other ailments. "I don't think I would have taken a game off even if we had a full healthy team." This warrior mentality perfectly encapsulated the Fever's fighting spirit throughout their arduous season. It was a subtle yet powerful rebuke of anyone who would abandon their team, especially when faced with adversity, showcasing Lexie's profound dedication to her teammates. Despite the initial chaos caused by Bonner's exit and the subsequent injury crisis that left their roster stretched thin, the Indiana Fever defied all expectations. They clawed their way into the semifinals, even pushing the formidable Las Vegas Aces to overtime in Game 5. This unexpected, gritty performance shocked the entire WNBA fandom. It was a testament to the team's resilience and newfound unity, a collective triumph born from the ashes of betrayal and adversity. The very challenges that threatened to derail them ultimately galvanized their incredible, inspiring journey.
In a moment of candid honesty, the sentiment regarding Bonner's subsequent playoff fate was clear. A distinct lack of sympathy. "I'm glad DeWanna Bonner wouldn't be a part of it," was the direct quote, followed by an equally blunt, I'm glad she got smoked and swept in the finals." This speaks volumes about the lingering resentment and the feeling that justice was served. The team's success without her, contrasted with her own personal postseason disappointment, felt like a validation of their hard-fought journey and a subtle but powerful vindication.
The arrival of Caitlin Clark proved to be a pivotal career-reviving moment for Lexie Hull. Before Clark, Lexie was struggling, often relegated to the end of the bench, receiving limited legitimate minutes. Clark's unprecedented ability to break records and draw sold-out crowds transformed the team's dynamics and, critically, Lexie's game. "I know I'm going to get open shots," Lexie revealed, finally able to shed the fear holding her back. Clark's presence fundamentally changed the offensive flow, giving Lexie the space and confidence to thrive, effectively saving her career from obscurity. While not explicitly stated as jealousy in the transcript, the subtext of Bonner's actions and Lexie Hull's comments strongly implies a nasty undercurrent, especially concerning Caitlin Clark's impending arrival and monumental impact. Bonner's sudden exit, her poor performance, and the alleged contract dispute occurred as Clark's draft loomed, promising unprecedented attention and a new hierarchy. The video title's suggestion of jealousy for Caitlin Clark aligns with the narrative that Bonner's exit might have been fueled by an unwillingness to share the spotlight or cede leadership to a phenomenon like Clark. It hints at a deeper, more selfish motive behind her quitting. Lexie Hull also acknowledged the unique challenge the Indiana Fever now face. They are every team's Super Bowl because of Caitlin Clark. This means opponents bring their absolute A game, playing with an intensity and motivation rarely seen. Lexie embraces this, even suggesting a little bit of that is needed across the league. This heightened competition, while tough, forces the Fever to rise to the occasion, demonstrating their own resilience and competitive fire. It transforms every game into a high-stakes battle, a crucible for growth, a direct result of Clark's undeniable star power. Lexie Hull's powerful testimony in Glamour magazine wasn't just an interview, it was a reckoning. It peeled back the layers of a contentious departure, revealing a pattern of alleged disloyalty and self-interest that left a championship-caliber team in disarray. Her courage to speak out, to lay bare the truth about Bonner's controversial exit and the team's subsequent fight for survival underscores the enduring spirit of the Indiana Fever. It's a story of betrayal, resilience, and ultimately vindication as the team found strength in unity, rising above abandonment to achieve the unthinkable, proving that true heart triumphs over alleged selfishness.